For as long as we can remember, the PGA has been the premier tour for all things golf. But with LIV Golf's arrival, its position as the apex circuit hangs in the balance. In a bid to squash all perceived threats from the Saudi-backed LIV Golf, the PGA Tour has rolled out a new designated event model that will change how the game is played forever. In today's video, we'll be going over the changes announced by the PGA, and we'll also go over the reactions of LIV golfers to these changes. If you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on our new videos. And with that, let's tee off. It's no secret that LIV Golf stepped on a few nerves when it poached some of the top golfers from the PGA. As expected, the PGA Tour considered the actions by LIV an act of war, and they quickly swung into action to stop LIV by all means necessary. A few days ago, the PGA Tour Policy Board approved plans to dramatically change the format for future events starting from 2024. After taking a look at the tweaks that have been approved, it's safe to say that it will set the future direction of golf as we know it. We first got word of the Policy Board's decision on the last day of February, and it comes in the form of smaller fields with no cuts. The next day, the media finally got its hands on the memo, which announced to the players that 8 designated events in 2024 and beyond will have fields between 70 to 80 players, and no cuts. In case you were wondering, these changes will not be applied to signature events like the Majors, Players Championship, and the FedEx Cup Tournament. The memo notes that the PGA will focus on increasing the purse size, eliminate cuts, and also improve the distribution of FedEx Cup points. The new directives from the memo also came with a note from PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan, which reads, "Over the last year, we have spent a massive amount of time exploring how to better position the PGA Tour for continued growth, how to innovate and deliver a better product, how to further showcase our top performers, while staying true to the meritocracy and legacy that define the tour, how to create a season of consequence that deepens and expands fan interest, how to make every tournament better and deliver more value to sponsors, media partners, and host organizations, to the benefit of the entire membership. These smaller designated event fields will not only deliver substantial, can't-miss tournaments to our fans at important intervals throughout the season, but they will also enhance the quality of full field events. Together, this approach provides a schedule that is cohesive, compelling, consequential, and with clarity for fans, players, and sponsors alike. According to Monahan, the new model will not just reward top golfers and incentivize winning, but it will also make the game easier for the fans to understand. Like clockwork, Rory McIlroy was quick to defend the changes made by the PGA's Policy Board, and he had this to say about the situation. "The only reason no-cut events are a big deal is because LIV has come along. There's been no-cut events since I've been a member of the tour, and way beyond that as well. Is there going to be a few more of them? Maybe. It keeps the stars there for 4 days. You ask MasterCard or whoever it is to pay $20 million for a golf event. They want to see the stars at the weekend. They want to guarantee the stars are there. I want to give everyone a fair shake at this, which I think this structure has done. There's ways to play into it. It's trying to get the top guys versus the hot guys, right? I think that creates a really compelling product, but in a way that you don't have to wait an entire year for your good play to then get the opportunity. That opportunity presents itself straight away. You play well for 2 or 3 weeks, you're in a designated event. You know then if you keep playing well, you stay in them. So, for example, someone like a Chris Kirk last week that wins Honda. He's set. PGA Tour high flyer and current world number 2, Scotty Sheffler, also defended the PGA's decision. He said, "If you imagine you have 120 guys in the fields this year, those 50 additional guys that are not going to be in the fields next year are all playing the events this year. And you're seeing a lot of other tournaments on our schedule suffer because of that. Let's say if you're the 100th guy in the world or over or whatever, you're going to try and play in those $20 million purses. And if you're in the event, how can you skip it? It's double the money and all that stuff. But now, all of a sudden, you have those 50 guys that aren't going to be playing in the next event, and that event is going to suffer, and there's a chance we'd lose events because of that. The setup we're used to in the PGA utilizes a 2-round system that consists of 36 holes. From that point onwards, the golfers with the lowest scores are eliminated in a halfway cut. It has been this way for a while, but with the proposed changes, things may never go back to the way it was. Players eligible for the new events come 2024. Once word of the new designated event model got out, the first question on everyone's lips was who will be eligible for these events. It is stated clearly that the top 50 players who qualify for the BMW Championship from the prior season's FedEx Cup playoffs, the top 10 players not otherwise eligible in the current season's FedEx Cup points race, and 5 spots earned through performance in non-designated events will make up the fields at these designated events. The PGA Tour will graciously allow opportunities for golfers not already eligible to play their way into these designated events. For example, the Tour will space out its designated events and full field events, and the top 5 players who earn the most FedEx Cup points in the tournaments between the designated events will earn spots in the next designated event. A win during the 2024 season is also an automatic promotion to the designated events. The final spots in those fields will be made up of PGA Tour members in the top 30 of the official World Golf Ranking, plus 4 sponsor exemptions for Tour members. Why are these changes being made? It doesn't take a genius to see that these drastic changes are a direct result of the appearance of LIV in the golf circuit. In the past, we have seen players from the PGA criticize LIV Golf's 54-hole no-cut format, which makes the new policy a little hypocritical. To make matters worse, LIV has wasted no time in responding to the said hypocrisy. In a viral tweet, the Saudi-backed tour said, "Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. Welcome to the future." The players also joined in on the fun, with Ian Poulter and Lee Westwood being the first LIV golfers to ridicule the PGA's decision. After hearing the news, Poulter tweeted, "Sounds somewhat familiar. Now I can't wait to hear all the backtracking of comments from the last 7 months." He followed it up with another tweet, which read, "Oh my. When will the penny drop with so many of what's actually happened here? It really doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out, and sounds very familiar to another product that's been spoken so badly about by media and commentators. I'm all ears now. I'm waiting." Not being one to be outshined, Lee Westwood also put out his opinion on the microblogging platform. So, do away with the WGCs. Load the OWGR in your favor. Create 10 limited field events for just PGA Tour members, like WGCs. Add that to 4 majors, players, FedEx Cup. That's a full schedule for a top player. That's growing the game. What strategic alliance? In conclusion, no doubt the PGA's decision to change the format of its events will come as a shock to several golfers and fans. After calling out LIV for whitewashing the sport, its decision to turn around and mirror LIV event formats does not look good. At the end of the day, the PGA's policy board made these changes to try to crush LIV as the Saudi-funded tour tries to get a stronghold in the US. Until the battle between LIV Golf and the PGA is settled, fans should expect a lot more changes in the sport. But what do you guys think about the PGA's new event model, which kicks off in 2024? Let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for more golf content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the green.